Hi, I'm Lynette Nylander,
And I'm Leah Chernikoff, and this is Harper's Bazaar's The Goodbye,
where we invite celebrities, designers, models, and tastemakers to talk shop. What they buy, where they got it, and why it matters.
Lynette.
Yes?
We're back.
We're back.
Have you been shopping?
Always.
Always be shopping.
Always shopping. New year, but same me.
But new clothes.
But new clothes. And I have been embarking on a huge closet clear out. I think I teased this last year, but it happened.
Did it happen?
It happened. A whole bunch of stuff went. A whole bunch of stuff is being archived. I'm telling you, it's New Year only hits. So
Wow.
I'm really thinking about what I need. Yeah, and distilled it down to a few things that I really want. But alas, right now, the goodbye I'm really coveting is this really gorgeous, plushy, oversized sweater from an amazing brand called Extreme Cashmere. I'm really excited because they have just opened a store in New York, and it's long line with these great sleeves that you can bunch, and it's crew neck, and I dream of the sweater. It's pricey. So Extreme Cashmere, hear my plea. But it is a great, great sweater, and I have my eye on it, and I think if I still feel this way in a couple of weeks, I'm going to pull the trigger.
Is that your litmus now? If you're like a length of time to be coveting?
I am trying to use that exercise of, is it something I'm still thinking about?
Yeah,
Do
some
I
guardrails.
really need this? Yes, some guardrails, because, I haven't been great at that. Leah, what about you? What's your goodbye of the week?
I'm wearing some goodbyes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've had enough of a break that I've amassed some.
Thank God.
Thank God. That I've have amassed some new ones.
Yeah, you know me. I'm like consumption at all costs.
I know. Well, and I waffle and I don't commit. Anyway, I'm wearing this suit, which was made custom by Husbands. Husbands Paris, which is this incredible brand run by this man, Nicolas Gabbard, who is like really just, it feels like out of another time or out of a movie. When you're like near him, you also feel like you're living in a movie in another time. He is some kind of like Yves Saint Laurent, Serge Gainsbourg, like something out of a Cassavetes movie. Husbands takes its name from a Cassavetes movie. And he's just like poured into these custom suits and in real life. And so I went to their pop-up in New York, and he like darts around, even like taking your measurements in a really, it's all so elegant. He's all angles, and you just think like, yeah, I want to be a part of this world.
Yeah, I think Husbands is one of those brands that has like been bubbling, and it's a very, if you know brand, but to bring back that kind of tailoring, like it's almost like couture level, like it's very much reminds me, obviously I'm British, it reminds me of the tailors on Savile Row,
sure.
And that, but bringing that to a kind of newer, fresher, contemporary customer.
Yeah.
A woman or a man who wants that kind of cut.
We should say it is a men's brand, but the reason I was so intrigued by it was like, it was even more, if you know, among like the coolest stylists in the industry.
Yeah.
And these are people who have seen everything, wear everything better than everyone else. And they like make the images that everyone bases their sense of style off of. So I'm always curious what they're wearing. And from our boss, Bazaar's editor-in-chief, Samira Nasser, to Emmanuel Alt, who is like the blazer queen to me. Those images of her in the Tuileries with the rest of the French Vogue team are canon for me. So, yeah, I was like, what is this thing that they're all doing? It's Husbands.
It's Husbands.
It's Husbands.
And actually, a secret Husbands fan, or not so secret, is actually our next guest, who is another blazer lover. She's another person who loves menswear, super into kind of taking classic shapes and making them contemporary. And she's the perfect guest for this. My God, she is the goodbye
that we have been chasing for some time, a long time, really.
There are a lot of things we can say about her that have been said before. She's a consummate multi-hyphenate with a decades-long career that has included modeling, on-air hosting, designing, writing, and musing. That's being a muse. Her personal style has influenced and continues to influence a generation of women.
Are you loving it? Yeah. There's more.
There's more.
Probably the thing that has been said most about her is that she has it. And while that phrase, it girl, has been overused past the point of cliche, our next guest, I believe, is one of the last to truly embody it in the way that only a pre-social media analog it girl could.
Pre-social media, what a time. She has magnetism, charisma, wit, and style that continues to inspire, and we're so thrilled to have her on the podcast today. Please welcome Miss Alexa Chung.
Wow.
We clap. Everybody claps.
What an intro. I mean, that's a terrifying amount to live up to.
But you do. And let's talk about it, because you're here today, musing, doing all the things, and in a collection that you designed yourself.
I made the collection. I'm also squeaking on the mic. Sorry for this leather, if it's leather weather. Yeah, very happy to be here.
And I think this is highly requested because nobody I can think of, does anyone want to dissect the DNA, what's going on, not only in what you're wearing, but the shopping, the unashamed shopping, which
I love
I'm really proud to
shopping.
say. Yeah, you love shopping.
I really have a problem, actually. I can't.
Is it a problem?
It's not a problem because I am controlled in it, but like I will always give it a go. Do you know what I mean? Like wherever I am, I'm trying to. I just think everything's cute. Like I went to Barnes and Noble the other day, and I saw a little ghost purse with like a jangly bit hanging off the end that was obviously in the children's department and for children. And I was like, oh my god, cute! Like not no to the ghost purse.
Yeah.
So I'm always giving it my best shot.
That's like how it gets made. You find the ghost purse in Barnes & Noble, and then you wear it, and then everyone's like, we need a ghost purse.
And you don't have any barriers to entry. I feel like you'll do a Bergdorf's, you'll do a Barnes & Noble, you'll do a vintage shop that's long forgotten about in some corner of the East Village. It feels, you feel very democratic in your shopping, and I, for one, I respect that.
Oh, thanks so much. But you've got to give me your list as well.
Oh, I don't know, of what? Where to go?
Of like, you know, I do have a place in the East Village, which is that kind of, there's a woman called Miriam. She's incredible. She has a shop of vintage dead stock nighties and underwear and like little camisoles. She makes you work for it. You have to like do what she says and stand there and not touch anything and da-da-da. But it's worth it. And I feel like maybe you've got some of those up your sleeve.
I do, but as Leia knows, I have a big saying on the podcast, bring back gatekeeping. I know it's bad, but I do believe that not everyone, you have to have earned it. Just how Miriam makes you earn your keep for your nighties and your undies in the corner. Like I feel, I'm very much like that. But you lived in New York. I like. It
doesn't have to be New York. I mean, I'm happy to travel for this good vintage.
Oh, ooh. The good vintage. God, I'm boring. I still like Relic. I like
really nice.
I still like Relic. I've gone to Relic since I was 15. When I'm back at home, I live in New York now. I like Scout in LA.
It's amazing.
Scout in LA, I think, is just more people don't talk about. It's amazingly priced. It's great
really good
stuff. You get those whispery thin T-shirts that are just about to like disintegrate into nothing.
Yeah, really nice.
And it's like,
very well curated.
Yes, I like curation. I'm not like rifling through anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about your shopping philosophy. Let's go one step further. How, are there gaps in your wardrobe? When there are, how do you choose to fill them?
Definitely always gaps in the wardrobe. That's why I have an insatiable appetite for shopping. But it's more that like I'll imagine what I want and then I try and find it. And if I can't find it, that's why I love design so much. I'm like, I really want the dream fringed leather jacket. And so then I get to make it. So it's really fun. But I think the gaps, I definitely have enough knitwear. The thing I'm low on at the moment is skirts, because having spent a lot of my youth in ultra mini skirts, suddenly I'm very attracted to a knee length number. And I got a really good one. I actually invested in one from Chloe the other day.
Investment.
It was an investment. Because with denim, no offense to Chloe, but I feel like you can get really good vintage denim things. But they had really perfected it. And so it was worth it for like how it's like not A-line, not straight, it's B-line, I think.
B-line.
B-line.
You heard it
skirt.
here first.
The B-line.
Shemina Kamali's Chloe is a actually, if I thought about a couple of like luxe brands for you, that's a brand I would probably
Yeah,
put
I love her
on the mood
designs.
board.
They're really nice. And Celine, the new Celine, I love as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Really
This
good.
is-
I mean, that's...
Well,
That's vintage Celine. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after that first show, I was like, I can't wait, and I don't know what the price tag is going to look like when it does show up.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me hunt down my vintage Celine scarves on
Yeah.
Etsy.
On to your style inspirations. Now, these are well documented. The
I know.
Alan
I need to come
Birds,
up with new ones.
the Francois Hardys. We know the Jane Birkins.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed. I'm putting a little bit of a parameter on this. You're not allowed to
Wow,
say any of
fashion
those women.
challenge.
You need to say modern muses.
Absolutely. And can I say, it's not even that I necessarily like hang to those like with dear life. It's that I go blank when someone asks me. You know when someone's like, what's your favorite top 5 albums? And you're suddenly like, I've never listened to a song in my entire life. I have no
Yes.
idea what you're talking about. That's what happens with that. So I'm thrilled to put a pin in those.
Fab.
Modern ones, Solange dresses incredibly well.
Yes.
Danielle Goldberg, the way she personally dresses and how she dresses everyone else, such as Greta Lee, phenomenal.
Yes.
I really like this very day Olivia Dean and what she wore to the CFDAs.
Yes. She looked phenomenal.
Yes.
And she sounded like an angel. She's just beauty.
She's 10 out of 10. And also her other outfits are really good that she just wears in general. So not
And
only
that she
this red
performs in
carpet.
too, right?
Yeah.
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 She's not a leotard pop star.
Thank you.
Have
I
done
just
some
did
research.
I just did a love-hate list, basically. And one of my hates was that pop stars always revert to wearing leotards for the big shows. And it's confusing to me. I'm not saying they don't look good in them, but I don't know why every single one of them has to wear one.
Yeah.
You know, but why is it?
Well, I guess there's some like
Moving?
modular,
Yeah.
there's some movement that is, but I
Right.
know what you mean. It doesn't exactly like speak to the fantasy of why you want to see a pop star, unless it's like a Thierry Mugler, like fabulous thing.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like everyone ends up in, and it's made by different designers each time, and it's like interpreted differently, but ultimately it's a sort of weird pair of tights that are quite shiny, and then a very high cut leotard. Just all roads lead to leotard.
That's,
Yeah.
That's life.
I would, yeah.
Apart from Sabrina Carpenter, she's wearing the little dresses.
Well, she sort of freaks hers, doesn't she? She
Yeah.
has a little like okay, I'm a huge Drag Race fan, and Plain Jane, if anyone watches it, she talks about the fact that a leotard, a regular leotard with no breast cups,
Yeah.
is just basic and very generic, but one with breast cups elevates the whole situation into something different. And I think that Sabrina Carpenter's leotards,
She gives a breast
she
cup.
gives a breast cup.
Yeah. I'm also a big fan of Addison Rae's stage looks
Yeah.
and Dara and what they're
Yeah.
up to.
Love Dara,
It's
previous
like really good.
The Goodbye guest and New York style icon Dara, who
Truly.
just puts her in like great stuff that suits her, but is kind of something you've never seen before.
Yeah,
like,
I love the like the shiny agent provocateur-esque, I don't know if it is or not, underwear with the platform stilettos, which honestly make me feel a bit sick. Like I can't personally do them yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've only just got over them, so like doing them again is like, woo. But they look amazing on
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And the August Barron dresses, and like
Yeah.
I love, it's really good.
I want to talk about shopping online versus IRL.
Yeah.
What are you? What say
Okay,
you?
if I shop online, it's very weird. When it arrives, I feel like I don't deserve it or something. Do you know? Does this connect? in
No,
any way?
sadly not. I always think I deserve.
We share an office, so I see.
You see the boxes come in.
oh,
You
yeah.
see the DHL guy just like
Sometimes
heaving.
it's a fort. Like
Wow.
you can't see her desk.
Okay, so
I
I'm a
plead the
guilty shopper. I don't feel, I'm not like luxurious. I'm not like, I deserve this. I need these things. I'm very like, oh God, I regret it immediately. I'm trying to send it back. But the online shop things that arrive, I sort of hide in a corner and then don't really look at for a bit. And
Yeah.
then I'll open them up. But I'm a much more in real life person. I don't really do that much online. Like I will I'll flirt with it, but it's more for stuff that I know for sure will fit me. And I have like an ongoing battle with knowing what size my feet are. So
why do they not tell us that your feet grow and then all your fab shoes are like...
I know.
I feel like my feet haven't grown. It's more I just can't do the conversion. So like I was trying to buy some Mansour Gavriel like pony ballet flats today. Surprise. And their conversion chart was off. And so I don't know, like a UK 6.5 is a US 8.5, is an Italian 38.5, but a French 40.
I'm looking it up constantly.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Alexa Chung, on the Good Buy, we dissect buys and we really go into it.
Yeah.
And so the very first question we like to talk about is your first buy. What was a purchase that you remember back in the day that made you feel like this is my big fashion girl purchase, my big one?
The real answer is that I modelled for a while when I was a teenager, and then I saved up all my money and I bought a Mulberry Bayswater bag from Harrods, and I felt really fancy. And I was at Storm and Kate Moss was there, and she always had these deliveries of like amazing free and I'd sit in the waiting room with all these other girls and like just armfuls of free stuff would arrive. And we'd all just be sat there like, oh my God, imagine getting this crazy. Everyone wanted the Roxy, which was the other bag, but I felt like that was too heavy. So I got the Bayswater and I loved it. I felt so posh and fancy and like I'd made it, but I'm pretty sure it gave me like crippling back problems because the leather was so heavy.
Yeah. Very sturdy, heavy bag. But I mean,
are we
to
gonna,
your credit, you took that purchase to the bank, right?
No, I didn't, Sally. They took it to the bank, which is great for them.
Did you get any bank from that? Well, we should back up and explain what happened, right?
So basically, I had that bag, and then I started hosting a TV show when I was about 22. And the designer, Emma Hill at Mulberry, saw me carrying a briefcase that was actually either my dad's or I bought around that time for him, and it was called the Elkington. And I loved the idea of carrying men's briefcases with like a beautiful girly dress. I just thought that would look really cool, and like an oversized vintage trench. And she was quite inspired by the Elkington, or seeing me carry it, goes the story. And so she designed one off of that and called it the Alexa, and it was like much more lightweight and a bit bigger. And it was at the time in 2009 or whatever, 10, of us all carrying around very large bags, which is hard to imagine now, but like that was like the thing. And so they said, can we name this after you? And I had a show on MTV at the time as well after that, or maybe it was that era. Anyway, and I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't really think much about it. And then it came out and it did really well, but I think people thought that I designed it, but I didn't actually have anything to do with it.
Right.
It was such a big thing.
Yeah.
I remember it very, very distinctly.
Well, I think it's also, you've got to be the first person who's come on the Good Buy and describe their first buy, and then it kind of have a complete through line to like a deal. And you have since designed bags with Mulberry that you
Eventually
did.
I did. Eventually I did, but it took a while. But at first it was like really flattering, and then I was like, oh my God, this is a beast. And like, they had this tent pole bag that wasn't that much to do with me. And then later on they invited me to design my own collection for them, which I was thrilled to do.
Do you still have that bag, the Mulberry bag? Have you kept anything else that feels sort of...
Yeah, I've kept a lot from that time because I'm quite sentimental about clothes, and I try and do wardrobe clear outs, but like I just end up being like, oh no, because I remember that I hosted my first show in this, or whatever. And I kept the original Alexa Mulberry bag, and then I have it in black patent, which is like it's a super rare one. It feels like time to carry that again, actually. But the V&A Museum in London did a bag exhibition, and they wanted the original one, and I was moving house at the time and I couldn't find it. So the one they put on display was like a sort of my one-ish.
Sort of ish.
And you're quite anti-it bag. Well,
Yeah.
You don't like bags that are like the bag.
No. Because I think it's a hoax, and I don't think people should feel like they must have something to be valuable or feel good about themselves. Like, I understand that certainly I have a handbag that I love at the moment, and when I carry it, I feel like $1 million and I love it. But I just think it's mean that you need this status symbol or something. Like I'm just as happy carrying around a canvas tote or like an LL Bean tote, Boaton tote as I am. And I'm really fortunate I have access to these incredible clothes and these handbags, and I can tell you for a fact that they don't fill a hole. Do you know what I mean? Like I never will get to the point where I feel like sated by what I've consumed. So it's a trap, it's a trick. You don't need the posh bag to feel good, you know, just
get a canvas bag and
get a canvas bag and hope for the best.
Great. That's right. Okay, the next question that we always ask, and I'm very intrigued as to how you're going to answer this, is we ask about your regret buy. Are there things that you can remember that you regret buying?
Yeah. How
How often do you return things? How does it work?
I have a very recent regret buy.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I as I say, I do a lot of vintage shopping. I love shopping, but I'm not like a voracious high ticket price item gal. Like I'm just, I don't know. I actually just wear things a lot and repurpose them or whatever. But I fell in love with this Prada skirt. It was a grey pleated skirt with a belt at the waist, which had the kind of like dominatrix belt.
Oh, I know the
one?
skirt.
Listen,
Well,
So gorgeous.
it was major. They tried to push this skirt on me in. They tried to push this skirt on me in
Push
the
it
Prada
on
in
you?
Paris. No. Yes,
You didn't
push
want
on
it?
me.
I know.
Yes,
I
in
know
terms
the
of
way,
price.
the way
And I
she's
said-
describing
and I
it,
said,
like, oh, it's such a
so hard.
hardship.
A horrible
for you.
hardship. But let me tell you, I fell for it. Hook,
line, and sinker.
No, but I really wanted it, and I thought, oh, it's such an investment, but I really want it. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm going to get it when it comes out. Anyway, eventually that collection dropped into the stores. I went to Bond Street. I was looking around for this skirt, and I found the other version, which is lower waisted with like a belt lower down.
Yeah.
And I said, is the other one going to come in, the one with the waist one that I love so much? And he was like, no, they didn't produce that. And I was like, oh, gutting. Because I was so fired up to buy this skirt I've been thinking about. I bought the lower waisted one for still the same price. It was like horribly expensive. And it doesn't suit me as well as the other one. And then I bought it, I wore it. And then the next week I walked past the Bond Street store and the other one dropped in.
And they had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies and fallacies,
And I
Bond
was like,
Street Prada.
oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't mean to be mean to that man because he's very, very nice.
No, it's
Or Prada, which is a muse for both of you, really.
Love. I mean, that's it.
That's
the one.
it.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about it. What's saying why? Why for you?
I think because it's classic and because there is something off kilter about it all the time, it sort of is trendless in a way. And even now, if you like go on vintage sites and you type in Prada, like it can be from any season and any era and you still kind of want it. And I think that speaks to its timelessness because it is always classic, but there's something to it that's a bit outside the box.
Do you know what? Not all Prada collections are made equal.
That's true.
Especially not for me. Like that skirt that they tried to, that you, I'm sure, look amazing in, by the way. I don't believe that.
Well, I don't think I do. That's why I don't really wear it that much. And that's why it's a regret buy.
But there's for many reasons. I can't wear like a skirt that has like a skin gap and all of that stuff, though I loved the idea of it. So it depends on what, but I do tend to buy a few pieces. And it's because it's everything you want in, say, a black skirt or a brown coat or a perfect sweater, but it's done with like some subversion to it that makes me feel like someone's considered me or someone like me who doesn't want to look too twee and maybe, I don't know, just
Right. Something's always a little bit off.
yeah, a little bit off, exactly. And then it's her.
Yeah.
She's it.
When you're buying the new bits from Prada, are you getting rid of the old bits?
No.
So
Never.
where are you keeping it all?
So
Look at this is the goodbye.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, is it the goodbye Lynette edition? No, the closet overfloweth. I'm trying to think. I think I got rid of a Prada cardigan once. That's a very hard thing for me to do.
It feels like it hit you hard.
Yeah,
She's
no. And I
still
know, I
thinking about
still
it.
do think about it,
I
actually.
feel like you've told me stories where you've like sent Prada to be consigned and then bought it back.
I've done that.
I
done
did do
that.
that because there's an amazing Prada sample sale and
I just heard about this.
yeah, you just
Someone told me
missed
about it last
Oh, you
night.
have to come.
I can't believe I'm 42 years old and I've only just found out about a Prada sample sale.
It's really something to behold. And then it's her, to go back to Miss Prada. I want to make sure she gets her credence on this podcast. It's just, if I can look anything like the way she looks at 70. I don't know how old she is. And I don't want to get this
She's
bit wrong.
41.
Yes,
that's right.
At 21.
She's aging like a fine wine.
It's just that eternal
She's
style
just
and
chic.
taste. She's so
She's so
chic.
stylish,
Yeah.
yeah.
And all the women around her, Manuela Pavesi, who was her best friend, it's just like all the people who get the Prada just look good. So it's a safe bet. I like safe bets.
But so when you are figuring out what to wear for the day, like what is that process?
It's different each day, but sometimes it's like about problem solving. So if I'm like, okay, I'm actually getting the tube a lot today, so I'm going to have to wear a comfortable shoe and I'll put something together. But it's always about proportion and character. So like I'll think I want to be, I want to sort of feel like a fisherman from 1968 who's potentially going to go to a like really fancy dinner that night. And I'll be like, okay, then it's a tuxedo shirt and it's a pair of overalls and it's a like Phoebe Philo shiny shoe and it's like this bucket hat and then those textures are all too dowdy, so then I'm going to wear like a shiny black PVC Mac over it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like building a picture of textures, proportion and character.
Yes. Okay, great.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
Voila! Like,
Yeah, no,
it's
that
like-
was like inside your brain.
Yeah.
It was very satisfying.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Alexa, what is your repeat buy? What's something you buy en masse?
I don't have like a single item that I get over and over again other than, I suppose, vintage jeans, like a vintage 501. But as you say, like not all vintage jeans were created equal because different people have lived in them.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of them. And so I'll never tire of trying to find that. And then also navy blue jumpers. I just buy them over and over again in different forms. And I still haven't found the perfect one.
Why? What's been missing for you?
I think the gauge, so like the weight of the knit needs to be right. And then the type of crew neck that it is. And then it changes. Like I have a really old Marc Jacobs one, which now I think would be considered vintage. That's how long I've held on to it. And it's ribbed and really tight. And it's actually like way handier than I would have anticipated. And then other times you want to wear like the big sloppy version. And I got a great one from Agnes. Is it called Agnes B?
Agnes
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, God, I was just thinking of Agnes Varda in my head. Agnes B, and that's like the perfect slouchy one. But I kind of want a V-neck one.
Yeah, I was going to ask about.
You know, I want a
crew
V-neck one. I
versus
want a deep V, but big, but heavy, navy blue.
Maybe
How
you'll have to
heavy?
make it.
Not super thick, so still floppy, but like you know, like old men's ones from Marks and Spencer's that someone's washed.
Yeah. All right, I'm putting a model into the mix then.
Yeah.
Mariam Nazir Zadeh
Oh, okay. Yes, love.
has a sweater. I'm more doing this because she's, I don't know if she's still making them. So this is also PSA, I'm looking dead to camera, called a Davis sweater. And it's it's long sleeved, but long enough that you can kind of scrunch them up, but you can just leave them straight. Floppy enough that you can tuck them in, tuck it in. It is the perfect sweater and not like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Like a perfect wool cashmere mix. She wears them, they're great. Boys wear them, they're great. Girls wear them, they're great. It's a great sweater. I don't know if she's...
I want one.
Yes, I think this could be it. I
Yeah.
may have solved.
But aren't we being shamed for tucking things in now? Isn't
I
that
know,
the
but
new?
can we be? I feel like
I
if
feel like-
anyone could resist the Gen Z shame,
But I
it would
will
be you.
say, I was trying something on the other day and tucking in felt weird.
Yeah.
And I had my
Sometimes they get
T-shirt
in your
out and I
head.
was like, yes. And I immediately instinctively went for, obviously, the tuck. And then I was like, oh no, wait, that feels weird. Suddenly, it was on a dime. Wednesday, we were tucking. Thursday,
We were not.
boom, it was out.
Yeah. Every time I do it too, I'm just like, I've never felt so old. But I also just like don't always think it looks.
I also don't mind
Right on
feeling
me.
old.
Yeah.
I think we need to claim it back. Like it's okay. Because I think you can't be shamed if you own the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I am old. It's like when you say your age to someone, or when I say my age to someone, they're like, oh no. They're like, oh my God, really? Oh, don't worry, you don't look it. And I'm like, it's okay
Yeah,
if I
it
do.
would be
Like,
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
happy
like
to be
I
here.
feel this exact amount of years on Earth. I really feel them.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled with them. Like I'm not worried about that.
In some ways, I wanted to ask a little bit about your style now versus when you started going out into the world and being photographed as a model, but also as someone who people were inspired by just because of your street style. How you think about dressing for yourself now.
I think that there was a bit of character play when I was younger, in the sense that I understood at the time what it meant to be young and that what you can and can't get away with. And I do think like a lot of vintage stuff you can carry better when you're younger, or a lot of, at the time I was shopping a lot of Topshop and H&M and a lot of high street stores that I just would cut things up and rework them and whatever. And now I think I'm probably more mindful of what I'm buying and making sure that it is of quality and can last me longer. But the style in general then was kind of like a bit more DIY, a bit more smash and grab. Great club.
That's a great club.
Shout out to Smash and Grab. But I was also playing the part of someone young, almost, if you see what I mean. And so I could dress like a granny then, and it would be ironic. Whereas now, if I put on the same thing, I would just look. We were talking about it yesterday. I was getting my makeup done, which was very lovely and a treat, by James Kaliardos.
Yeah, iconic.
He's an icon and incredible. And we were really laughing because I was trying on diamond earrings, or like, I don't know if they're real or not, but I was like, oh my God, I can pretend that I'm like a grown-up. And then he was like, And I was like, it's weird though, because when you actually are a grown-up and you put them on, it's a different look, because like we were saying about you need to rebel against something. You then have to change it. So then I was wearing it with a sweater because I was like, that will look more rebellious. Whereas if I've got it on with a nice coat and a nice thing, I actually just look like a sort of very proper woman.
Yeah, I think figuring out those points of contrast become really important.
Yeah. And someone once told me that when all the light goes out of it, when you're aging, it's good to wear something shiny or like jewels around your neck or your ears, because it like re-illuminates your face. Yeah.
That's not true when it comes to you. Look at you with your skin all skinning.
Oh,
and
thanks. But I had
all...
makeup done for 2 hours this morning.
All right.
So that's probably why.
Go
this
close.
Isn't what...
Zoom in.
Go zoom in.
The last of the buys questions that we ask. You've touched on one at least, but this is about your dream buy. What's on the top of the wish list?
I have a sort of sick fantasy about owning... I really want a Cartier watch.
Which kind?
I don't know how to say it. It's like the oval one. Ban Noir. I want that. Okay. I know nothing about watches.
Yeah.
But I know that it's a whole scene, and I can't wait. I'm still not old enough to grow into that scene. Like, you know when people get really into roses? Are you in that scene yet?
No.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay. In England, when you reach a certain age, everyone gets into like roses, like growing roses and this whole thing. This is what's going on.
What age is that?
Horticulture. Honestly, like, even in your 30s, people in London are talking about their rose bushes. Yeah.
Who?
This sounds like
everyone I know
you're
in East
saying
London.
Something else. But
I know. Anyway.
We're back to the front wallet.
Yeah, we're back to the front wallet. No, I want that watch, but I don't know what it means. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like someone would be like, that means this. That's not cool.
But the whole point is you're just supposed to like it, right?
Totally. But what's the most desirable watch that people want?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that probably any three of us are the
we're not watch girls.
Of the good watch. Well, no, I actually do have a couple watches, but I think that Bag Noir is a completely respectable choice. It's beautiful. It works for day. It works for evening. It's kind of one of their classic shapes. I think the little
it's got to be like art, right? You just have to love it.
Yeah.
And then it's okay to
also,
go for it.
I want just like a very beautiful Aussie Clark dress.
Oh, well, that's fabulous.
And I bought one, but it's bright yellow, and I regret it. And I just want like a black one that you can sort of wear everywhere.
Why do you regret it? You can really pull off a yellow.
Because I wore it to my friend's wedding and it was just a bit loud.
Oh, fair enough. I think about you as someone who can pull off those colours. Yellow comes to mind because I think about a Met Gala look of yours where you're wearing, maybe it wasn't yellow, but you're wearing an all-sequined outfit with a sequined beret.
I made that.
I watched the video of that
It's
last
very
night.
good. I think it's great.
Thank you so much. I loved that outfit. It was really fun. That was
from
the most fun Met Gala.
The library, right?
Correct,
You went to a design library.
And but to that point, you could pull off loud things. I mean, that wasn't not loud. Was that the camp?
That was for camp.
That was for Cam.
Yeah. Why was it the most fun?
It was mayhem. It was so fun. And they had this after party and I think the reason it went off was it was in a school like sports hall, like a basketball court inside with like the bleachers going up. And I think it was Gucci that did the after party and Mark Ronson was DJing and it was just mayhem. It was really fun.
Yeah.
That's like an environment to, you know, let people revert to their best high school selves and act like it.
100%. Everyone's being very teenage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
That does sound really
And Mark
fun.
Ronson's a great, I mean, we know he's a great musician, but he's a really great DJ. I've been lucky enough to go to quite a few parties.
He's a
and he
fantastic
really
DJ.
knows what to do.
Yeah, you can read that room.
Right?
Yeah.
Alexa Chung, the last question. This is the last buy. And it's our namesake. What is your latest good buy? I need something that you've bought recently that was fabulous. You need to tell the people.
Do you know that brand Jude?
No.
Jude shoes?
No.
Don't know Jude shoes.
Well, you stumped.
you would
Easy to
love
stump me, but
them.
Lynette. Yeah.
Very Prada coded.
Oh, all
They're
right.
stunning. Anyway, I bought some white stilettos from Jude.
Ooh.
And they're gorgeous.
Alexa Chung, that's sped by, and I feel like we could do a part 2.
I
part
know.
3,
I have
part
so many more
4, because we have
questions.
so many questions.
Yeah.
But alas, this is the end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yay,
Thank you for
clap.
being
It's
here.
been so fun. Thank you.
A treat, an honor.
This was Harper's Bazaar's The Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now you have to do it.
Goodbye.
Yes.